the House come to order? Members, we're on page 1, unfinished business. Representative Cabanilla.
Mr. Speaker, I move to suspend the rules of the House in order to consider certain House bills for third reading by consent calendar.
Thank you, Representative Fukumoto.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Thank you. Any questions, members? Again, this is a voice vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. Representative Psyche.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the adoption of 8 CR numbers 1-14 and 2-14 as listed on page 1, and that the accompanying House bills as amended pass third reading.
Thank you very much. Representative Cabanilla.
Mr. Speaker, I second that motion.
Thank you very much. Members, we are on page 1, Standing Report 1-14. This would be House Bill 611. Discussion.
Speaker,
Representative McDermott.
I'd just like to express my reservations on House Bill 611 HD1. Thank you.
With reservations, please proceed. Just reservations. Got it. Any further discussion, members?
Mr.
House Bill
Speaker.
611. Representative Fale.
Same request.
With reservations for Representative Fale. Further discussion? Representative Bellotti.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In support, and may I submit written comments?
Certainly. So ordered.
Thank you.
Thank you, Representative. Members, further comments, discussion on House Bill 611? Seeing none, thank you, members. We're going to move on to House Bill 1072. House Bill 1072, any discussion? Seeing none, Representative Cabanilla for the vote.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On STANCOM report number 1-14, House Bill number 611 HD1, all members votes aye.
Thank you very much. Representative Fukumoto for the vote. Oh, I'm sorry. I stand corrected. A little bit too quick to the draw. Representative Cabanilla, I apologize. For the next bill,
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On STANCOM report number 2-14, House Bill number 1072 HD1, all members votes aye.
Thank you very much, Representative Cabanilla. Representative Fukumoto for the vote.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On the same measure, all minority members vote aye.
And that's on both bills, is that correct?
Both measures.
Thank you very much, Representative Fukumoto. Have all votes been cast? If so, said House bills pass third reading. Reports of standing committees. Representative Psyche.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the adoption of Standing Committee Report numbers 3-14 and 4-14 as listed on page 2, and that the accompanying House bills as may be amended pass second reading and be referred to their designated committees.
Thank you very much, Representative Cabanilla.
Mr. Speaker, I second that motion.
Thank you very much. Members, we're on page 2, House Bill 677, House Draft 1. Any discussion? Thank you, members. House Bill 1551. Any discussion? Thank you, members. This will be a voice vote. Second reading to pass second reading. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. Representative Psyche.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the adoption of SCR number 5-14 as listed on page 2, and that the accompanying House bill pass third reading.
Thank you very much. Representative Cabanilla.
Mr. Speaker, I second that motion.
Thank you very much. Members, we're still on page 2. This would be House Bill 570. Any discussion? Representative Thielen.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I have a potential conflict.
Please state your
to
conflict.
disclose. I have family members who are contractors.
No conflict.
Thank you.
Thank you, Representative. Further discussion, members? House Bill 570. If not, Representative Cabanilla for the vote.
Mr. Speaker, on STANCOM report 5-14 HB number 570 and page 2, all majority members votes aye.
Thank you very much. Representative Fukumoto for the vote.
On the same measures, all minority members vote aye.
Thank you very much, Representative. Have all votes been cast? Thank you, members. Said House bill passes third reading.
Second.
Introduction of resolutions. Mr. Clerk, are there any resolutions for action?
Mr. Speaker, there are no resolutions for action. May all others be referred to print.
So ordered. Members, are there any announcements? Representative Bellotti.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Your committees on Health and Human Services request a waiver of the 48-hour advance notice requirement for the purpose of conducting a public hearing with decision-making to follow on House Bill 2292.
Thank you, Representative. Could I get the date, time, and place for that hearing?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The public hearing will be held on Wednesday, January 29, 2014, 8:30 a.m. in conference room 329.
Request granted. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Representative Johansson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to request at the appropriate time a moment of silence to honor our friend of the legislature and a great institution, Lowell Kalapa. His memorial services were held last week during one of our recess days.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We will do that at the appropriate time. Thank you very much, Representative. Representative Lee.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to take a step back toward last week. We didn't have session. It was a recess day, but I did want to acknowledge one of our members here whose birthday it is. That's the chair of the Judiciary Committee. Happy birthday, Carl.
Thank you, Representative. Any further announcements?
Speaker.
Representative Ward.
Speaker, for those of us who consider ourselves part of the Chinese lobby or the Chinese caucus, which doesn't exist yet, I'd like to wish everybody a Happy New Year, of which the Lunar New Year is the Year of the Horse. We were told yesterday at the Chinese Cultural Plaza celebration with the Taiwan nationals that it means nobility and persistence. I think those are two admirable qualities for this body. Having said that, Sin Nin Kuai La Kong Li Fa Choi. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Representative. Further announcements. Representative Hano.
I would like to just make an announcement.
Thank you, Representative Hano. Members, any other announcements? Representative Psyche.
We'll be holding a chairs meeting following session in the majority caucus room.
Chairs meeting, got it, after session. Any further announcements before we take a moment of silence? Okay, members, can we all please rise for a moment of silence for Lowell Kalapa? Thank you, members. Representative Cabanilla.
Mr. Speaker, I move that this House stand adjourned until 12 noon tomorrow.
Thank you. Representative Fukumoto.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed saying no. The motion is carried. The House stands adjourned until 12 noon tomorrow. Adjourned.